Good morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here to do another empties and fails, and there isn't much again in here, but I feel like that works out better because there's still 3, 6, 10, 15 products in here at least, and that will give me a chance to give you more information on them, especially since some of them are fails. So I'm just going to dig in and not do it in any order. This is the Garnier Simply Essentials Soothing 2-in-1 Makeup Remover. This doesn't even exist anymore, and even if it did I wouldn't buy it because Garnier are not cruelty free. And I've recently done my my wipes video explaining that I'm going to mostly just use some kind of face wash to remove my makeup. This is the azelaic acid from The Ordinary. I've just decided that azelaic acid isn't the ingredient for me, as you will have heard in the Bakuchiol video, and there's not very much left in this and I've had it quite a while. Yeah, it's just one of those, I could maybe get away with using it once a week, but I just don't think there's anything that I need this for just now. And like I said, there's not much left in it anyway. This is the Superdrug Naturally Radiant Glycolic Tonic, 5% glycolic acid. I really enjoyed this, love this, and would purchase it again despite it having fragrance in, because it's not, to me the worst fragrances are things like lavender, lemon oil, orange oil. This is more, it feels like, or smells like it may be something like cucumber. There's definitely a synthetic fragrance in there, but it's not strong. It didn't sting my skin. Not that that's always proof that it's not causing injury, but it's a light fragrance. It's not overpowering, and I just really enjoyed the product. I don't know of another drugstore glycolic toner that doesn't have massive amount of alcohol in it or massive amounts of fragrance that's a good price that you can just go in and buy. So I think that's wonderful. Next is the Dr. Sam Flawless Daily Sunscreen SPF 50. I really enjoyed this, but it's not a repurchase because there's others that I enjoy just as much, such as the Paula's Choice Essential Glow, the Sunfragma one from Face Theory. There's a couple that I enjoy just as much as this one, and they are half the price, less than half the price, probably a third of the price. So not a repurchase for me. Oh, this is the Inky Snow Mushroom. Their tubes always look, when I show them, like they're full, but they're not. It's just air. I squeezed every last bit out of this last night and did the top up like this, which shows that these do get air into them. I said that from the beginning, you may remember. Yeah, this is the Snow Mushroom by the Inky List, and I have enjoyed this, but my feelings haven't changed from when I did the video, which was probably a month ago. Which is that it's lovely, but it feels more like a serum to me. It's not enough of a moisturiser on its own. I need to mix oil in it, or I need to put something underneath it or something on top of it. It's more of a serum, and it's not an active, so it's not really got a place in my routine. So, you know, I enjoyed using it. It feels very lovely going on, but it doesn't seem to add anything. Yeah. Talking of the Inky List, this is the Niacinamide. Loved this and will repurchase as soon as I remember. It's one of those things that's on my list, but I just need time to sit down and do some online shopping. But I really like having niacinamide in my routine. I want to see how much of a difference it makes. I don't feel there's any difference thus far, but I've only been using it a couple of months consistently, you know, but I do really like this. This is my favourite ever niacinamide. Any more skincare? No more skincare. I've got one self tan. This is Heishi or Heishi Express Liquid Tan. I've had this for years. Not very much left in it, maybe like one use. And I used to love using this, but I used it the other day and it went patchy on my neck. So I don't know whether that's because my skin's changed, because I've got more wrinkly, I don't know. And I've got a feeling they're not cruelty free. So it's not something I'm going to rush out to repurchase. But I did enjoy it. Okay, makeup. I just seem to have a bunch of eyeliners. Oh no, this is not an eyeliner. This is the Revolution Pro eye base in Core. And the funny thing about this is I had written it down on my favourites list. I got it out. I had used it when I first bought it, and I don't know whether I did a dupe video on this because it looks like it's a dupe for the MAC paint pot in can't remember the colour, but there's two main colours, not the pinky one, the yellow one. This is an exact dupe colour-wise. And I really enjoyed it when I used it the first couple of times. I put it away in my drawers, and then I got it out again recently and started using it, and I was like, oh, I love this, I absolutely love this. So I put it on my favourites list in my book. I've got this little YouTube book here, and what I then do is just go back to that list and see, is it still a favourite? And now it's not, oh goodness, my throat, excuse me. So it's dried out, basically. It's very, very dry. You can still use it. You can see there I've put my finger in it and a big clump has come out. It's just not a pleasure to use anymore. And so it's not a dupe in terms of how long the product lasts and is usable, because like I said, I used it a couple of times, then put it in a drawer and then got it out and probably used it 3 or 4 times, and that's it, kind of too dry to use. You know, I feel like when I was putting it on my eyelids, it was starting to drag, and so that's a fail for me, unfortunately. These eyeliners, I don't know why I'm even showing you them, because 2 of them are MAC. One of them is the MAC Black Track, which is kind of the well-known MAC eyeliner. I used to always use pots of eyeliner. I never used a felt tip type one. And this is the chroma one. This is the professional one. These haven't dried out actually, and neither is this one, I don't think. This is a YSL one. It's in a beautiful blue colour. But I haven't reached for these for probably a year. And so I'm trying to get rid of things that I know I'm not going to repurchase, because MAC and YSL are not cruelty free. So I know I'm not going to repurchase these, but even if they were cruelty free, I haven't reached for them. So I think the times of me using this kind of eyeliner has passed. If it hasn't, I've still got my Inglot one. That one hasn't dried out, and I really like the Inglot one. Oh, it's probably the same story with these. Well, no, it is with the 2. I've got 2 pencil eyeliners from MAC. One is in a beautiful green. And honestly, I think I kept that green one just because it was such a beautiful colour. But again, I don't think I've used this for a couple of years. I'm not quite as colourful with my makeup as I used to be. And this is their black one in Enchanted. It doesn't stay in my waterline, so I don't know why on earth I kept that one. Next, I have 2 empty items. The first one is the Lottie London. This is called Arch Rival Brow Artist. I got it from Superdrug. It's got a lovely spoolie on the end. This is exactly like the Anastasia eyebrow pencils. There's a lot of these skinny pencils out, but this one is really, really good. Really liked the colour, and I have used it right the way down. I used light. Well, I can get a bit out there. Let me show you. So that's the colour there. Really nice, and I would definitely repurchase that. In fact, I'm going to put that aside and write it on my list for next time I'm in Superdrug to buy one of those. Along with, I'm hoping I can get this next one. I did have a brief look in Superdrug the other day. This is NYX lip liner. It says waterproof. I think it's called Natural, and I couldn't see this at all, but hopefully, let me see if I can get any colour out of this one. No, can't. I've really used every bit of that. But it's a lovely, lovely colour. So I think I already have that on my list to check. And like I said, I had a brief look in Superdrug and couldn't see it. So I don't know whether I was just missing it, because they've got so many lip liners. And I love NYX lip liners. They're so soft and creamy. We've just got 2 hair items to talk about. And unfortunately, they're both fails. The first one is the Fudge Blow Dry Putty. I found out that Fudge are cruelty free. So that was really good. And I saw this blow dry putty in my hairdressers last time I had my hair cut, so I bought it. It was £9.95. I thought this might be a less expensive version of my PhD 5-in-1 styling treatment. It does help a bit with styling, but it made my hair feel very dirty and greasy after like a day or so. So that is a big fail for me, unfortunately. Then I bought this by Umberto Giannini, or Giannini, I think it is actually. I know that Umberto Giannini is cruelty free, and this is the Max Volume Whip Super Strength Lift, Thicken and Hold Styling Mousse. And do you remember I said I'm looking for a cruelty free drugstore mousse that will give me volume? This is not it. It's lovely. It comes out like a creamy mousse, but it didn't give me any volume at all. So that's a fail as well. That's everything for my empties, so I hope that was interesting. Thank you so much for watching. I'll list all of my makeup in the description, and I'll speak to you again soon.